Oh, I really like this one. A book to soothe that feeling of longing to see the ones you love. Because I really relate. Hi everybody and welcome back to my booktube channel, Books with Leo, and today I'm going to be giving you guys book recommendations based on your specific needs. So I think I saw this video idea on Paperback Dreams channel, so Kat's channel. I'm not entirely sure, I think her video was a little bit different, but I'll link it down below just to be sure to give credit. So basically, I've seen other booktubers do it as well. It's basically where their subscribers send in specific needs they have, so like specific books they'd love to read, so like a traveling circus book or maybe a murder mystery book that's also sapphic, like it can be anything. I thought this was such a fun concept and also a really cool way to interact with you guys, so I asked you on Instagram to ask me for some really specific book recommendations and you guys did. I got loads of answers. So today I'm going to be testing out if I can give you guys some specific book recommendations. So let's get into it. Okay, so when I was looking through the requests you guys sent in, I already saw that a lot of you had things that can be overlapped. So like you would want a feel-good book or maybe a murder mystery book, and I would know like a feel-good murder mystery book. Stuff like that. So let's just see. Okay, so the first request I see says an adventure book with a bi character, but it isn't made a big deal that they're bi. I know a lot of great books for this one actually. So the first one that comes to mind is Not Your Sidekick. I'm not entirely sure if the main character in this book is bi, but there is a queer relationship between two girls in this book, and it's a superhero book. It's middle grade, I believe, really fun. So this is the first one that comes to my mind. The second one is Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. I haven't read this book, but it's a circus book and the main character is into girls and guys, so it's not stated specifically whether they're bi. It's not the main focus of the story either because it's more of like a circus fantasy book, so that's really cool. I have quite a lot of books with bi main characters actually. Oh, The Black Veins. I think Blythe in The Black Veins is also bisexual, but it's not the plot of the story either because that is also an urban fantasy book. Right, this book by Lila Lee, but I forgot the title, but I will pop a picture of the book here. It's about K-pop and about a girl who wants to become a dancer. She's also bisexual, but it's also not the main focus of the story. So those are a few to start with. Oh, I really like this one. A book to soothe that feeling of longing to see the ones you love. Because I really relate. Okay, so I have several ones. I think everything that Alice Oseman has ever written really will soothe this feeling because she writes such amazing relationships between people. So that's definitely, I would recommend all of her books, but specifically Radio Silence and Loveless, and maybe also Heartstopper, because those books just fill you up and make you feel warm inside. So those are definitely great recommendations for this one. I think also Nevermore could be a great recommendation for this one because that really, I don't know, that makes you feel like you belong somewhere. I'm not sure why, but that book just really makes me feel good. Nevermore is like a magical middle grade novel, and everything Alice Oseman writes is contemporary and it's mostly about sexuality, but it also discusses a lot of friendship topics and stuff like that. A lot of people actually said time travel books, which is great because I love time travel books, so I always want to recommend some time travel books too. I'm currently reading Legendborn, which is also dark academia-ish, and in this book there is some time travel, and I did not know that this was in there. It's not a super big part of the story, but it's definitely in there. Another book that I'm thinking of is a book I haven't read yet, but that is A Murder in Time, which is about an FBI agent who gets sent back to Victorian times accidentally, and then she tries to help solve murders there. Or that's all I know. This is a book I really want to check out, but not sure if I'll ever get to it. Oh, definitely time travel books I really love are the Gemstone trilogy by Kirsten Gier. Those are so great. These are by a German author. They have been translated into English. I read them in Dutch when I was a child, and it's basically about this girl who's in this secret time travel society, like her family is. She has to go on missions and stuff, but they always thought her niece was going to be the one with the time travel gene, but then she turns out to have it, and then she gets sent on all these missions despite not being prepared at all. And these books are just so much fun. They have some problematic elements, like there's a lot of sexism in them, but they're also not the newest books ever, but they are books that I really enjoyed reading when I was growing up. So those are some time travel books off the top of my head. Ooh, somebody said here, a fantasy with female romance. So a fantasy with a female romance that I really want to check out is Girls of Paper and Fire. I think, as far as I know, this is about like several concubines who get taken by this king, and I think rape is a big theme in this book, so it's quite a heavy book, but I do also know that there's a sapphic relationship in this one. Another one, obviously, is Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I think you've all heard me talk about this, but this book is filled with dragons, and there's also a sapphic relationship in there, and it's a lot of fun. It's very intricate, but very well done. Okay, I like this request. A book for someone who rarely reads a book. Okay, so some reads I would recommend if you don't read a lot, but you just want to get into reading. I think this depends on the genres you think you're going to like, but I think a thriller is always a good place to start because it keeps you hooked. So a thriller I really enjoyed is The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, which is about this girl that has been convicted for murdering the child she was babysitting as a nanny, and she's writing to this lawyer from prison telling him that she did not do it and asking him to help her. She's basically telling her story, and this book kept me on the edge of my seat. It was so fast-paced and thrilling, and yeah, I think if you don't read a lot, you will still be really gripped by this book. I got a lot of requests for dark academia, and both sapphic dark academia and dark academia with girls at boarding schools. So I think definitely what I'm reading right now, Legendborn, is also sort of dark academia. There's not any sapphic relationships in there yet, but I don't think they'll be in there. This is more sort of urban fantasy YA dark academia, and there are also some witchy elements to it, which I'm really enjoying. That's one I'm currently reading. Another dark academia book that is really on my list is If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I don't think there's any sapphic relationships in this one either, but it's definitely dark academia, and it's one I really want to check out. I notice I'm talking about a lot of books I haven't read yet, but they might still be great books and like great recs for you guys. A dark academia that is also sapphic and also has a murder mystery. I had somebody in here who was like, I want murder mystery, I want dark academia, and I also want sapphic relationships. I have the book for you. And that book is Plain Bad Heroines, which is about this school that has this mysterious past and these horrible things that have happened there, and these two girls were murdered by wasps, and it seemed like an accident, and they were also in this relationship together. And then this film crew comes to the boarding school many years later to film a movie based on the horrible events that happened at this boarding school, or that's all I know. And I've heard many great things about this book. The book is so much longer than I thought it would be. Like, I ordered it and it came in the mail and I was like, that's a big book, actually. But that's definitely a book I'm looking forward to. Ooh, and somebody else said books with queer witches. You all already know what I'm going to be recommending. These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling, about a gay witch in a coven. Really cool. Another one is Witches of Ash and Rune. I haven't finished that one yet, but as far as I went into it, I did really enjoy it, but I wasn't like in the right mood. But this is also about a witch. I think she's bisexual actually, but still, I think it has a sapphic relationship and also a murder mystery, so. Another request I really liked was somebody who said dark academia reads, but more middle grade, because I have a great recommendation for that one. I think this series by Julia Noble is really great. The first book is called The Mystery of Black Hollow Lane, I think, and this is about a secret society, and it's also middle grade, and it's also got some magic in there. And another series is the Shadow School series by G.A. White, I think he's called, and this series is about a girl who can see ghosts, who also goes to this special boarding school, and she meets more people who can see ghosts there, and they go on like ghost hunting adventures. So that's definitely also a dark academia book I would recommend. There's so many requests in here, I could go on for hours. Another request that I really like is this one. It says, I want a horror book that's also historical and maybe has some dark academia vibes. The Year of the Witching is perfect for you because this book has like horror elements and witchy elements, and it's really spooky and scary, but it also has some dark academia scenes like in the library, and they're like trying to find stuff out. So that's definitely a book I would recommend. Okay, so I could make another video where I do this again because I have so many requests left. Like, I could go recommending books to you guys forever. So if you want to see a part 2, definitely let me know, because I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long or too long. So definitely let me know in the comments down below if you enjoyed this and if you'd like to see a part 2. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!